Hello everyone, welcome to Elliottwave.com YouTube channel. Today is August 21st. The chart of the day is silver, 60 minutes time frame. As always guys, we're going to be explaining the Elliott Wave structure as well as a potential target and also alternates, and explain why we think that this is the more likely scenario, right? As always, there will be alternates, but we're going to explain the thought process behind the count so that you are informed and then you can make informed decision. All right, so let's see, 60 minutes time frame. We finished with 4 in the intermediate degree right here, 36.2, and then we got a rally. So the rally is in the form, basically it's in the 5 with 5, right? And with 5 is going to be, as you know, subdivided into 5 waves. We finished with 105 here, and we finished with 205 here. Now we start to rally again or react on the upside, and supposedly we're going to be extending higher within wave 3. Now the arrow, first of all, still turning up, is not green, and the reason is simple. We need to break above the previous peak to confirm that this low is really in place and that we're not going to be doing complex correction or double correction and so on. Now the structure is a little bit complex. It's not very complex, but there are things we need to pay attention to. Number one, this rally here. Now this rally here, even though we are calling it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the structure is not ideal because the 4 looks to be a bit too big compared to this 1 and 2. So in other words, you might be able to say, let's say, well, I can count this as an ABC with a truncated C, right? Something like that. You might ask whether that's possible, right? Which is actually, yeah, it is possible. You can count this one ABC with a truncated C and then now starting to turn lower. However, the counter argument for that, right? The counter argument for that is the idea that the last pullback here that we saw was clearly in 3 ways, guys. This one was a clear 3 ways. There is no debate on that, right? It is a 3 waves and then react higher from where you should be reacting. If this is a corrective structure, which is the 100% extension area between 100%, 161.8%. If this were bearish, you would have expected this decline in a 5 waves with 1, 2, and then 3 goes to 1.618, 4, and then 5. If this is bearish, you would have expected something like that. But no, it does not, right? It didn't do that, and in fact, it is a 3 waves and react higher. So that means it is not really bearish either, right? Even though you might say, well, this rally is it does not convince me enough as an impulse, but at the same time, the pullback is clearly corrective either. So with that, basically 2 things in mind, then I think you would still prefer in the direction of the higher degree, which is bullish, right? Silver has been bullish throughout the year, this year at least. So that means I think we should be aiming for the right side of the higher time frame, which is bullish, and so we're calling it this way, 1, 2, and then now and then you can also see the last rally here looks pretty impulsive too. Now let's see the subdivision here just for educational purpose. This is what we call a zigzag ABC, which is technically a 5-way here and a 5-way here, and the C will end somewhere between 100%, 161.8% extension. This is the general sort of structure of it. We got ABC with a 5-way here and a 5-way here, right? So that's exactly what happened here. Now let me zoom out to give you some ideas where we are and also some alternates. Like I said, this is the daily time frame. We're going to be focusing on the 4 in blue here and the 1 and 2 in red. Here is the daily time frame. This is 4 in blue. This is 1, 2. So we are within with 5 higher, and so this is 4 in blue. That means this is 3 in blue. And so we're going to be looking at the cycle basically in the larger time frame starting from April. Now remember, April is such a magic month, right? That is the same cycle everywhere in the market. Like the market is all correlated, guys, right? So this is the same cycle, and in the indices as well, which is bottoming in April. And then you can see right here, we basically are calling, well, we are looking for 5 ways up from there. So we're going to be looking for last push higher to finish with 5 before we potentially could be ending the cycle from April and then maybe yet see a bigger pullback again after that. But until that happens, we can still extend higher. Now, like I said, now why is it kind of interesting? Because technically it's sideways, just like gold. Since this bottom and this low here, we've been kind of sideways. Now, another option will be we can basically keep bouncing back and forth in a triangle like this, right? 3 is down, 3 is up, 3 is down, 3 is up, 3 is down. But eventually it can resolve on the upside again to finish with 5, right? Like I said, you might say, well, this rally can be counted as 3 waves. Well, yes, but the pullback was also 3 waves. So again, as an alternate, it could be symmetrical triangle before it resolves on the upside again, right? But for now, this is what we are calling. It doesn't matter whether you call it triangle or this way, it will resolve on the upside overall, right? So from technical point of view, guys, as long as we have not broken above this 3, or I mean break above 1 is going to increase the chance quite a lot we're going to break above 3. But until we break at least above with 1, well, technically it can go sideways, triangle, or it can even do a double either in the wave 2 or double even in the wave 4, like this. Now if it breaks below here, well, that will tell me that the cycle from April has already ended. So if it breaks below here, that's getting too big to be wave 4, and then you're going to be finding another support at the next extreme area, but that probably is no longer wave 4 anymore. That probably is already the entire correction of the April cycle. In other words, if it breaks below here, probably we can call it like this and call it completed already here, let's say with 1 in a higher degree, and then now correcting with 2 before higher again. So overall, that's basically what happens. You need to ideally break above this with 1 here, basically to confirm that this low is really in place, right? But at the same time, this 3 pullback here is encouraging because it's only 3 waves, and that tells me that it's the market is not really bearish at the moment. So either we are doing it this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are now going higher in the wave 5, or we can continue to trade sideways in the next few weeks and months to finish with 4 in a triangle-like structure before it resolves on the upside. Okay, so that's the update for silver today, guys. As always, if you enjoy this, make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel, turn on all notification, and if you want to get more forecasts, more updates, learn more about Elliott Wave, feel free to check our service. We have 14 days trial for the new members, only 99 cents. Use the link provided in the description of the video. And so see you all again next time, and have a nice day, everyone.